for all of Priscilla's supporters. Priscilla was obsessed with Elvis. Okay, she had a brief encounter with him when she was 14 years old. After he left Germany, she went on to date 2 guys that were within her age range. Those 2 guys were her serious boyfriends. She had an intimate encounter with Elvis impersonator after Elvis left, so she wasn't a virgin. She pursued him. He didn't pursue her. She pursued him until he gave in. Truthfully, Elvis did not want to marry Priscilla, but her parents used their relationship as a form of blackmail to get him to marry Priscilla. They were married for 5-6 years. They had Lisa Marie. They divorced in 1973. When they divorced in 1973, she was already a millionaire. Okay? She had a shit ton of money. But she always wanted more. This is why when you go back and you look at videos and pictures of Elvis in the 70s, you see him worn down, like he's worn out, and he doesn't want to do it no more. That's because he had to keep paying alimony to Priscilla. When the divorce was finalized in 73, Elvis had asked Priscilla not to use the last name Presley after the divorce was finalized. She honored that wish until he died in 77. Okay? Elvis took Priscilla out of the will because she was so money hungry. That's all she wanted. She wanted money, nothing else. She saw their only child as competition. Even went so far as to accuse a minor, Lisa Marie, who was between the ages of 10 to 16, accusing Lisa of stealing her man, Mike Edwards, when Mike Edwards had inappropriate feelings toward her because she was a minor. Okay? This man came into her room drunk one night, trying to do inappropriate things to her. And she went and told her mother, and her mother said, "Oh, you're trying to steal my man." No, Lisa knew that was inappropriate, and she did what she was supposed to do, which is when somebody does that to you, you tell on them. And sadly, her mom didn't believe her. By the time she was 10, Priscilla had taken out a life insurance policy out on Lisa. And then when she was 11, dropped her off at the Scientology Center. Then she did it again at age 17. Priscilla has donated shit tons of money of hers and Lisa's to Scientology before Lisa was able to gain full financial access, legal access to the estate of Elvis Presley. Okay. Back in the 90s, the estate of Elvis Presley was worth $1 million. And Lisa Marie was in charge of that. Okay. But you also have to realize, too, that Priscilla took from the estate before Lisa was able to gain full access to it. Barry Siegel and Priscilla were co-trustees to the estate, which means they took out money for investments that fell through, which caused Lisa Marie to be in $16 million of debt. They did this behind her back. She had no idea until later, before she passed, which is why she cut them out of her will. She left everything to Harper, Finley, and Riley. Now, if Benjamin were here, he would get his share. Okay? But he's not here, so it goes to Riley, Harper, Finley. And Riley has to oversee how the $38 million is split between her and her sisters. 2 of the 3 life insurance policies were used to wipe out the $16 million of debt that Lisa left behind by the time she died. That debt is now down to $4 million. Priscilla went so far as to sue her daughter's estate and walked away with allegedly $7 million. Okay? 4 or 5 months later, she comes back and says, "Hey, I want $3.8 million. Go goes to Riley and says, this is how much money I want. Do you see what's happening here? It's all about money. She did not give a shit about Elvis, did not give a shit about Lisa, did not give a shit about Benjamin, Riley, Harper, or Finley. For her, it's all about her and Navarone. Navarone's not a Presley. He's a Garibaldi. He's a Garcia. His dad is Brazilian. His dad is not filthy rich. Priscilla made it seem like that so that people would believe her, but she's always changing her story. Every so often, somebody asks her about Elvis and their time together, and then she'll say how loving he was, but she has this film called Priscilla, which is just a basic redo of the Elvis and Me movie that came out in '88. And you also need to realize that that book is full of nothing but lies from Priscilla. Okay? She's painting Elvis to be this narcissistic, manipulative dickhead when he was not like that at all. Okay? And Lisa fought tooth and nail to protect her father's legacy. She did so to the very end. And now we have Priscilla supporters and Elvis supporters going head to head with each other because some believe that Elvis was this manipulative monster, or others who are true Elvis fans know that Elvis would never be like that. Priscilla's got everybody going out with one another. That's what she wants. That's what she gets that high off of. She's narcissistic and selfish and doesn't care about anyone else but herself. So, and again, I stand with Elvis and Lisa and Benjamin because these three did not have a chance against Priscilla. And somebody needs to tell Riley to grow a backbone because she's basically Priscilla's lapdog now. She does what Priscilla tells her to do because they're both in Scientology. If Riley, Harper, or Finley go against Priscilla in any way, shape, or form, Priscilla can take them out. Just like she did her daughter, Lisa Marie, Elvis, and Benjamin. She saw three of these people as a threat to the money that she wants. She took them out so she could have easier access. Don't believe me? Look it up. It's not that hard to find. Them saying Lisa died of a bowel obstruction is bullshit. Priscilla wanted Lisa out, as well as Benjamin and as well as Elvis. Because she's your typical pick-me. Mine. Good day. Okay, now I see why Elvis fans are getting pissed, because you all want to paint Priscilla as this perfect, nonchalant little girl when she wasn't so innocent, okay? She's been doing this for years. She's been telling the same goddamn stories since 1959. Since then, she switched it up. That book, Elvis and Me, is nothing but a bunch of lies. She pursued him. He didn't pursue her. He was seeing other women before he went to Germany. Her mom and her adoptive dad knew that they were dating, and they allowed it because they saw Elvis as a cash cow. Had Elvis had his way, we would have never knew who Priscilla was. He would have never married her. He was cornered. He was backed into a corner. Her mom and her adoptive dad used their dating history as a means to blackmail Elvis. After they were married for 5-6 years, she says, I want out. I'm not happy. You're not giving me attention. Elvis said, fine. You want out? I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to make sure you get child support. I'm going to make sure you get alimony. But here's the one thing I want from you. I want you not to use my last name after our divorce is finalized, because I don't want you using it for fame and money. Guess what she did? She abided by that rule, by that request, until he died. How do you think she got access to the will? She was not in that will. She was at one point, but after he saw what she was doing to him financially, he said, no, I'm not leaving Priscilla's shit. It's going to go to Lisa Marie. My father Vernon's going to be in charge of the will and see what happens, figure stuff out. How do you think she got her hands on the will and was able to weasel her way into the will? She probably slept with Vernon to get what she wanted. See, she uses sex to get what she wants. After Elvis left, she had 2 serious boyfriends in Germany. She slept with the Elvis impersonator after Elvis left. She wasn't a virgin. She slept with this chauffeur that was Elvis's. She was not a virgin. She's not perfect. I wish y'all would stop painting Priscilla as this perfect human being, because she's a pathological liar. She lied on Elvis. She's gonna lie on Lisa Marie, and she's gonna make her only grandson look like complete shit. She wanted Elvis and Lisa Marie, as well as Benjamin, out because she saw them as a threat to the inheritance. She wants Riley to be her lapdog because she knows Riley will give her whatever she wants. The twins are trying to fight for their share of it because they know that their older sister is in charge of it. If Riley goes against Priscilla, Riley will be taken out. If the twins go against Priscilla, they will get taken out, just as their mother was. Priscilla wants all the inheritance for herself and her son Navarro. Nobody else. Please do your research before you start coming at me, because I'm defending Elvis and Lisa Marie and Benjamin, because these people never stood a chance with Priscilla in their life. She's a fucking leech. She's fucking greedy. She don't give a shit about anyone else but herself. Please understand that. Good day. This is for Priscilla Presley's dear supporters who love and think that she would do no wrong whatsoever. Okay? As I've stated in my TikTok videos that I've done countless times on Priscilla, this whole Priscilla, Elvis, Lisa Marie, Navarone, Harper, Finley, Riley situation. Priscilla did not make Graceland, okay? The person who came up with that and deserves the most credit for it is Elvis's father, Vernon. Vernon came up with the idea, how to set it up like a museum. He had it all planned out, was ready to make it known to the public, show the public, and guess what? He got sick and he died in 1979. Priscilla got a hold of the will. Now, please note that Priscilla was not in the will. Okay, her name was nowhere near in there. The only person that's mentioned in that will is Lisa Marie Presley. Now, Lisa Marie Presley was a minor when her grandpa Vernon died. Priscilla had to step in and say, hey, we're not looking to sell Graceland, but here's what Vernon had in mind. Can we get this started? Okay. She opened Graceland less than a year after Vernon died. Okay. The sales of Graceland have increased. Except now, we no longer have Lisa Marie here physically on Earth. I've made my feelings known about what I think happened to her, and it's alleged. It's not proven. Nobody's been taken to court as the fall person in this situation. I believe strongly, heavily, that Lisa Marie was poisoned so that Priscilla could try to gain more financial access to Lisa Marie's estate. Guess what? Riley caught her and said, you're not getting a big fat lump sum, more. You're not getting the original amount that you wanted. But here's what I will give you. I'll give you $7 million, and I want you to be on your merry way. I want you to leave me, my husband, your great-granddaughter, my sisters alone. I hope for the twins' sake, somebody is the proper lawyer that has gone to proper law school to handle stuff like this, because I don't trust Michael Lockwood. Michael Lockwood currently has physical sole custody of Harper and Finley. Harper and Finley are now currently 14 years old. They'll be 15 this year. I do not want Michael Lockwood getting his greedy ass hands on the twins' inheritance. As it stands right now, Michael Lockwood is in at least over $27,000 in debt. My thinking process on this is that Lockwood will use the twins' inheritance to wipe out whatever debt he has. He leached off Lisa before they got married, after they got married, during their marriage, and after they divorced. He came crying to the judge, "Oh, I only earn $1,000 every month. I need more money." Well, the judge looked at him and said, "You're only going to get $6,000 every month for child support. Lisa gets 60% custody. You get 40%. I do not want to see you back in this courtroom bitching and complaining about needing more money. You get what you get. Don't like it? Tough." Like I said, I hope there's somebody who's gone to proper law school to help make sure that Harper and Finley's inheritance is not touched by their father, because their father's a greedy son of a bitch. I don't trust him. I sure as hell don't trust Priscilla. And I've made my feelings on Priscilla known as well. This woman stole from Elvis before she married him, after she married him, and after she divorced him. She then proceeded to take from their only child before their only child was able to gain access, full financial control of Graceland and the inheritance that was left to her by her father. That inheritance that was Lisa Marie's now has been passed to Riley, Harper, and Finley. I just hope there's somebody that has helped set up a trust for the twins is part of it. Because I don't trust Priscilla, and I sure as hell don't trust Lockwood. Okay? Okay. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye. Of course she says it didn't happen, because she doesn't want herself to be painted as the villain. She wants to paint herself as the only woman that was in Elvis's life, when Elvis had a barrage of different women before, during, and after they were married. She didn't, like I said, I've said this in countless videos, and I might as well say this again. She didn't give a shit about Elvis. The only thing she wanted from that man was his money. That was it. Nothing else. As long as she could get her foot in the door, and this took place before they got married. Her parents and her came up with this scheme to shake Elvis for money. And she was successful at doing it because she waited until 5 or 6 years and then decided to divorce him, drag his ass to court for more money, for more alimony. He put a stop to that because he took her out of his will and left everything to Lisa Marie. Why do you think she's going after her remaining grandchildren and great-granddaughter? Because she sees her grandkids and great-granddaughter as her personal ATM. Let's not forget, she is a part of Scientology. She owes Scientology a shit ton of money. And she promised them Graceland, half of Graceland. That's backfired because now Riley's in charge. Riley has to oversee everything. Elvis's estate, Lisa's estate, as well as the life insurance policies that were left behind by Lisa for her children, Riley, Harper, and Finley, and great-granddaughter Tupelo. Lisa Marie was kind enough to leave money for her granddaughter and any children that Riley probably would have later on if Riley decides to have any more children. We won't know. But this is Lisa saying, I don't want my mother to be a part of the process. She didn't want her mother to be a part of it because she knew that her mom was greedy and a liar. Everything that Priscilla has stated in her book has now come to light. It has been coming to light It's been out there for years, but everything that she did to Lisa and Elvis is now coming to the surface. And she's getting her ass spiritually kicked now because she's being sued by a former business associate. That former business associate now has Priscilla on tape signing documents for Priscilla's likeness, name, and image. This woman has been living off Elvis's last name for the past 50 years. And she still continues to do so. Even when Elvis himself, before he died, he asked her not to use his last name for fame and fortune. And that's exactly what she's doing. If she hadn't married Elvis and had Lisa Marie, we wouldn't know who she is. That's the only reason she's famous, is because she married Elvis and is the mother to Lisa Marie Presley. That's it. Priscilla doesn't give a shit about anyone else but herself and her son, Navarone. That's how cold-hearted she is. She's never going to change. She's going to be selfish until the day she dies. And continuously change her story to fit her reality. She doesn't want to live in the reality you and I do. She's delusional. Okay? She's a liar. She's a narcissist. She don't care. She don't care about her grandkids, never give a shit about Elvis, did not give a shit about Lisa Marie, or Benjamin, or Riley, or Harper Finley, or Tupelo. She doesn't give a shit. You need to wake up. All right? Good day. This video is not to harm or harass anyone. Good day. Respectfully, ma'am, you are refusing to see any of the information that has been put out for many, 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 many years. True Elvis fans have been knowing about this since before he passed. And now that he's been gone for 47 years, his daughter Lisa Marie gone for 2, Benjamin gone for 4, all of this shit's coming to light. Priscilla didn't marry him because she loved him. She married him because she wanted his money. What better way to do that? Have your parents with you, your mom and your adoptive father, come up with a scheme to get involved with Elvis Presley just so you could get a hold of his money. You know what? She succeeded in that. Her parents were given money. They took his money. Her adoptive father threatened Elvis. He said, Elvis, if you don't marry Priscilla, Ann and I will take you to court and you will be charged with statutory rape. The thing is, poor Elvis wasn't the man that did that. It was Curry Grant, the man that was stationed with Elvis in 1959 when he met Priscilla. You see, Priscilla slept with Curry Grant, who back then was 21 years old and had a wife at home. She slept with Curry Grant in order to meet Elvis. After she had that encounter with Elvis, she slept with more young men. She was sleeping around before she got romantically involved with Elvis. She left her home at age 17, 18 years old, although Elvis didn't want anything to do with her. You see, Elvis didn't have a choice. His back was against the wall, in the corner. Father Beaulieu was saying, hey, you don't marry her, we're going to get you for statutory rape. So he couldn't get out of it. 9 months after they got married, Lisa Marie was born. A month after she was born, Priscilla was out cheating with her dance instructor behind Elvis's back as a married woman. She asked Elvis for a divorce in 1972. They separate that same year. Divorce is finalized in 73. She leaves court as a millionaire. But oh no, she wants more alimony. So what does she do? She pushes Elvis to perform more. That poor man was already being put through hell because money of his was being taken by Colonel Tom Parker. After Colonel Tom Parker, it was Priscilla. Okay? Before Elvis died in 77, he went in and redid his will, took Priscilla out, left everything to Lisa Marie. Then he gave his last will and testament to his father Vernon and said, most certain terms. Do not let Priscilla get her grubby, dirty little hands on my money. This is not for Priscilla. It is for Lisa. It is for my daughter. I want my daughter to have it. So, by age 25, Lisa Marie gains full financial access. But even though she reached age 25 to gain full financial access, Priscilla was still taking from it. Even though she gained full financial access. But here's the fucked up part. Here's the really fucked up part. In 2004, before Harper and Finley were born, Priscilla and Lisa's then manager, a business manager, was like, they cornered Lisa and they said, well, you need to sell 85% of your stock in EPE. How do you think Priscilla was able to earn $900,000 a year? That money was not supposed to be Priscilla's. It was supposed to go to Lisa Marie. And it was, when it was no longer Lisa's, it should have gone to Riley, Harper, Finley, and Tupelo. That's exactly how Lisa wanted it. Lisa wanted everything to go to her girls. She did not want Priscilla to have anything to do with what she wanted. She was not close to her mother during her lifetime. They weren't close for over a decade because Priscilla chose to side with Lockwood after Lisa Marie filed for divorce after finding inappropriate videos and pictures on his devices of minors. Okay. Not only did she do that, but when Lisa was targeted from the ages of 10 to 16 as a minor, Mike Edwards, who was then Priscilla's boyfriend, was targeting Lisa. He was lusting after her. Imagine being between the ages of 10 to 16 and having a grown-ass man who is damn near 30 lusting after you and you're a child. Oh, but you go and tell your mama, yo, ma, your guy's hitting on me and making me feel uncomfortable. Get him out of here. Oh, no. Priscilla sides with Edwards, breaks up with him, but then remains friends with him. Tell me how fucked up that is. Would you want that? No, I would have been rocking orange if that were me. But like I said, Priscilla don't give a shit. She doesn't give a shit about her grandkids or her great-granddaughter. For her, it's all about money. Even if that means running her grandchildren's inheritances dry because she owes shit tons of money to Scientology. She promised them half of Graceland. And they said, well, if you ain't going to keep up with your end of the bargain, guess what? We're going to expose you. So I'm waiting for Scientology to do their part and tell us exactly how fucked up all this shit is, how greedy she is, how she's been since after divorcing Elvis and treating Lisa like shit. I'm waiting for Scientology to do what they need to do and expose her for the shitty stuff that she's done. Because Riley, Harper, Finley, Tupelo don't deserve this shit. They deserve to live their life in peace. But because we are everyday people and we love to know every nitpicky little thing about our favorite celebrities, some of us will never give these girls a break. We're going to sit there and judge them just as we did to Lisa Marie. These young ladies need to be able to thrive and make mistakes without the whole world tearing them apart because of how they choose to live their lives. I was at one point Team Priscilla, but I'm not Team Priscilla no more. It's Team Lisa Marie, Team Elvis, and Team Benjamin for me. These people deserve to be treated better. Sadly, they were treated like complete shit. And now Riley, Harper, Finley, and Tupelo are going to be the next ones to be treated like shit by Priscilla. Everything's coming full circle now. And it begins with this lawsuit. We'll see what happens. I can't wait till Harper and Finley reach age 18 and tell their dad to kick rocks. Because the only reason Lockwood's getting that money is because Harper and Finley are minors. They're not 18 yet. So they can't access their inheritance till they reach a certain age. Again, this video is not to harm or harass anyone. Good day. Do you not realize how much shit Priscilla has gotten away with since we lost Elvis? She wanted all this shit to remain not seen by the public, but since Elvis has been gone and now that we've lost Lisa Marie and Benjamin, all this shit's coming to the surface. What woman takes from her ex-husband, knowing her ex-husband is sick and is not physically feeling well? Ex-husband dies. Elvis leaves everything to Lisa Marie. Had Priscilla in the will at one point, but removed her because he realized she was being greedy. So he took her out and left everything to Lisa Marie. Also in the will, it states that any man Lisa was to marry, they were not to gain any access to the estate, his estate. Okay? Priscilla took from Elvis, he dies, then takes from Lisa Marie as a minor. Now Lisa becomes sole heir after Vernon dies in 79. Okay? He reluctantly handed over Elvis's last will and testament to Priscilla. Priscilla somehow got on there to make herself the person in control of it, even though Lisa was a minor. Now, she took from that for years and continued to do so even after Lisa Marie gained full financial access at age 25. But before the birth of Harper and Finley in 2005, Barry Siegel, who was Lisa's business manager, and Priscilla backed Lisa Marie into a corner and said, you need to sell 85% of your stock in EPE. Guess who got that 85%? It wasn't Lisa. It was somebody else. Somebody else now has that 85%. It's not Priscilla no more. Priscilla was earning about $900,000 a year, even though she was not in that will. It was to go to Lisa. And when it was no longer Lisa's, it was supposed to go to Riley, Harper, Finley, and Tupelo, per Lisa's request. Lisa physically removed her mother and Barry Siegel from her trust because she could not trust them. She found all this out as she was divorcing Lockwood in 2016. She divorced Lockwood, started the divorce process in 2016 because Lockwood had inappropriate videos and photos of minors on his devices. Priscilla sided with Lockwood over her daughter, just like Priscilla sided with Mike Edwards after Lisa Marie told her that Lisa was being targeted by that man who was damn near 30. And mind you, Lisa Marie was between the ages of 10 to 16. Oh, wait, but Priscilla breaks up with him but remains friends with him. You wonder why Lisa Marie rebelled so much, even when it came to her marriages. She really wanted to stick it to her mama and say, fuck you. That's why she got married multiple times, just to piss her mom off, because she didn't like being told what to do. She didn't like being told, oh, you can't do this, you can't be like this, da-da-da-da-da. Duh. She rebelled. The last straw was Mama Priscilla siding with Lockwood in the divorce proceedings. Lockwood was the enabler when it came to Lisa's addiction. Okay? And now Michael Asshat Lockwood now has access to the twins' inheritance because they're minors. When they turn age 18, who knows what's going to happen. I hope the girls kick their dad to the curb because their dad was a greedy prick, just as Grandma Priscilla is and will always be. Priscilla's always been about money, nothing else. Give me my money, it's mine. No, Priscilla, it's not yours no more. It goes to your grandchildren and your great-granddaughter. That's what your daughter wanted. And now each and every one of you stands of Priscilla are watching her get her ass kicked in here on Earth via the lawsuit. She's trying to run, but she can't hide. Person that's suing her has her on tape signing documents pertaining to Priscilla's image and likeness, even though Priscilla has been using the Presley name for over 50 years now. Damn near 50 years. They divorced in 73. Elvis died in 77. She took back that name after he died to keep herself relevant. Had she not married Elvis and had Lisa Marie, we wouldn't know who the hell she is. Okay? It's all over the internet. It's all over YouTube. It's all over TikTok. Yahoo, Google, Safari. All you have to do is look and pay attention. It's all there. You're just refusing to see it for what it truly is. Because Elvis and Lisa and Benjamin didn't deserve to be treated like this. And sadly, Riley, Harper, Finley, and Tupelo are the next ones to be treated like shit by Priscilla, because she's going after them now. Lisa's gone. Elvis is gone. Benjamin's gone. The only ones she wants to go after are the girls and great granddaughter. That's not a living grandma. That's a selfish, ignorant pig who loves nothing but money. And she owes shit tons of money to Scientology. She's in debt. Why do you think she's releasing another book? Because she needs the money. She don't have money because she blew it all. All that money she had was Lisa's. Technically, it was Lisa's. It wasn't Priscilla's. It was Lisa's, which should have been given to Riley, Harper, and Finley afterwards. But no. Why do you think Lisa's not here no more? Because Priscilla wants the inheritances. It's all there. All you have to do is look. Again, this video is not to harm or harass anyone. Good day. It didn't happen. Because she doesn't want herself to be painted. The reason I keep doing these videos is because I want Lisa, Benjamin, and Elvis to have some sort of justice. Lisa, Benjamin, and Elvis were treated like complete shit by Priscilla. Priscilla sees her grandchildren, great-granddaughter, as her personal ATM. She does not give a shit about them. She wanted the inheritance of Lisa. She wanted to take that from Lisa. But when Lisa became of age, gaining full financial access to her father's estate, Lisa had to put her foot down. Priscilla's greedy. Lisa didn't gain access to the estate until she was 25. After she reached age 25, she had full financial access. But besides that, Priscilla was still taking from it. She took from it because she thought it was hers. It wasn't hers. It was for Lisa. And Lisa only. You understand? That's how Elvis wanted it. Elvis wanted everything to go to Lisa. In the last will and testament, last will and testament of Elvis, he stated he wanted everything to go to Lisa. Okay? Lisa stated with utmost certainty, I want everything to go to my girls, Riley, Harper, Finley, and granddaughter Tupelo. She did not want Priscilla Beaulieu to be a part of that. Priscilla's whole thing, for her whole entire life, from the time she was 13, 14 years old, her and her family were a part of this scheme. Get to Elvis, get him to notice you. We'll let you be with him, even though it's not appropriate. Okay? We'll take his money. So what does she do? She gets involved. She meets Elvis briefly in 59. Moves to Graceland when she's 16, 17 years old. Elvis doesn't want anything to do with her. Okay? But she pushes her way through. They then get married in 67. 68, Lisa Marie is born. After Lisa's born, Priscilla cheats on Elvis with her dance instructor a month after Lisa's born. And then Elvis, does his thing. He's performing on stage, earning money. But in the process of him performing on stage and trying to keep, money coming in because he's got bills to pay, Priscilla is countlessly dragging him to court on and off for more alimony, more money. He then gets wind of that. He's seeing her motives and what she's doing in the courts, and he then goes to him and his father redo his will and leave everything to Lisa Marie. He said, I don't want Priscilla to have this. This is not for Priscilla. This is for Lisa and Lisa only. Whatever Lisa decides to do thereafter is up to her. Now Lisa Marie's gone, and Priscilla sees her 3 remaining grandchildren as her own personal ATM. She's in shit tons of debt. She's being sued. She's got another book coming up. She needs that money. How is she gonna, pay back Scientology? You become a Scientologist. You take they take your money for classes. That's what they do. They take your money for classes. And now that she's in the shithole financially, she gonna come crawling back to Riley and telling Riley, hey, I need more money. No, Grandma, I already gave you $1 million to go away so I could be sole heir. The whole purpose was for Riley to take charge, oversee everything having to do with Grandpa Elvis, Mother Lisa. Lisa Marie had 3 life insurance policies. 2 of the 3 were used to wipe out her $16 million worth of debt. Priscilla wanted that to go through so that she could gain Graceland for herself. She wanted Graceland for herself so she could give it to Scientology. Nope. Mm-mm. It goes to Riley, Harper, Finley, and Tupelo. That's what Lisa wanted. That's what people are not understanding. Those true Elvis fans that have been out since before I was born know this whole thing has been coming to the surface. They know of it. They've been reading on it, keeping tabs on it. Now that it's coming out in full view, they're all jumping for joy because they waited. Every single one of them waited for this day to come, and now it's finally here. And now we got Prissy stands being pissed because Priscilla's being bragged, as she should be, because she's greedy. She don't care about anybody else but herself. That's what it's been from day one. Oh, but she gives a shit about Navarone. She's willing to be mama to Navarone. But you go and you dump your daughter to nannies, and you wonder why your daughter's attached to the nannies and not you because you're not present. Then you wonder why your child's out using drugs before the age of 16, gets sober, gets married, doesn't notify you of either of her marriages, piss you off, because she doesn't want you involved in it. She knew that you wouldn't stand by it, so she does it anyway. And then she gives you grandchildren, and you treat those grandchildren like complete shit. Especially Benjamin. Now Benjamin's not here. Now all we have is Riley, Harper, Finley, and Tupelo. And Riley has Danny. But we as people, everyday people, need to be able to let Riley, Harper, Finley, and Tupelo make mistakes. They're going to make mistakes. That's part of being an adult. Part of going into the adult world. Being out here in the real world. Lisa didn't have the chance to make mistakes. Every time she did something wrong, somebody criticized her for it. She's been famous since she come out of her mama's womb. Can you imagine being born to one of the most popular pop stars of the 50s, 60s, and 70s and have them parade you around, dote on you, love on you, but at the same time, those same people will criticize you for making mistakes. We need to let Riley, Harper, and Finley and Tupelo make mistakes. That's part of growing up. That's what they need to do. Every single one of these fans, some of these fans, oh, Riley didn't attend Graceland Week this year. Or Riley's not doing what she needs to do. She's doing what she needs to do, but we all need to remember, Riley's a mom now. Riley has Tupelo. She's going to be the best mom she can be with what she's got going on right now. The twins are going to school and having regular everyday experiences that we as normal people take for granted. Let them make mistakes and let them learn from it. That's what needs to happen. This is the downfall of being a fan of somebody, criticizing their kids for their every move. Let them make mistakes. If we had the public on our ass 24/7, would you want to be criticized every single day of your life? I wouldn't. I don't know what it's like to have the cameras all over your ass when you're trying to go do random everyday things out here in the real world. Give them some breathing room and let them make mistakes, please. Thank you. This video is not to harm or harass anyone. So I'm going to add to the videos that I've been editing it to repost on my YouTube page. I'm now finding out that Michael Lockwood took $2,000, more than $2,000 from the inheritances of Harper and Finley for himself. I told y'all he was going to take whatever money he could get and use it to either fund his lifestyle or pay off debts that he owes. Because remember, in the last video I did months ago, I said, I hope Lockwood doesn't get his greedy ass hands on the girls' inheritance, and he does. He's basically the male version of Priscilla, but worse. I hope when the girls, Harper and Finley, turn 18, they kick their dad to the curb and tell him to go fuck himself. Because something ain't sitting right with me. Some fans of Lisa have been gawking and crying and fainting over Lockwood, while others are like, ew, dude, he looks creepy. He creepy as fuck. And remember, I said in one of the other videos too that Lisa Marie filed for divorce because she found inappropriate images of minors, photos and videos of minors on his devices. That's what led her to file for divorce from Lockwood. That is also what led Priscilla to side with Lockwood against her own daughter, just as she did when Lisa Marie was a minor and came forward and told her mother, yo, your boyfriend Mike Edwards is hitting on me. Get him out of here, please. I don't want anything to do with him. Get him out. Oh, she dumps him. They break up, but she still remains friends with him. And when she did the interview for Playboy back in 2003, she had to go in the bathroom and compose herself because she felt physically sick to her stomach. What mom would you know in the real world that's not famous that would stick by her boyfriend while her boyfriend is being a creep to her only child that she has with Elvis? You wonder why fans are so pissed now. Because that prick is out here breathing, walking around and acting as if nothing happened. And Mike Stone wrote a book telling everyone what his relationship with Priscilla was like. Priscilla basically told him that she wanted to break free from Elvis so she could have her own career. She didn't give a shit about Lisa, Benjamin, or Elvis. She used the last name Presley to get her foot in the door. Because if she had used her adoptive name, Beaulieu, nobody would know who the fuck she is. And now we got Prissy stands being pissed off because their girls being called out and dragged here on Earth, online, in video comments, in comment sections, and physically now being put through a lawsuit because her business associate's like, she's not keeping her end of the bargain. So since she's not keeping her end of the bargain, I'm going to sue her. But I'm also going to have a video of her signing documents pertaining to her image, name, and likeness. That's the smart thing that person did. And now Priscilla's trying to weasel her way out of it. She's not going to be able to do it this time. And I hope Barry Siegel goes through the same process, because these two people, besides Colonel Tom Parker, were the ones to fuck up not only Elvis, but Lisa Marie as well. And now Priscilla and Barry are walking around as if they did nothing wrong, as well as Mike Edwards and Lockwood. You tell me what's wrong with that picture, because it makes me sick to my stomach. These girls are going to have one hell of a fight to put up with, going through puberty in front of everyone in the public eye, knowing that their mother was Lisa Marie Presley. They're going to have a lot of obstacles to overcome in this life. And I hope each and every one of us lets them make mistakes so they can learn not to do it again. This video is not to harm or harass anyone. Good day.